Hi, welcome to Real Talk. We're going to be talking about real estate, real life, real fun, and real conversation. So I'm joined today with my business manager, Jamie Martin.
Hello.
Welcome back. And new to the podcast, Sue Iaposi, who's so excited to be here. You can't even imagine. She's thrilled. So your first podcast.
Absolutely.
It's going to be okay, we promise.
Maybe my last.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this your first filming session, Sue?
I think so.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's not really filming. It's more talking.
Okay.
It's more of a conversation. Real conversations.
Okay.
So Sue, you are what we call the customer service ambassador for KPG.
That's true.
Yes. So you help with the clients and also the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it really, like, how long you been here now? 3?
Going to be 3 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Time flies
2020
when we're
I
having
started.
fun. But I've known you for
25
20,
plus years.
yes, really long time, which we're going to talk about that too. So Jamie, why do you think as a business manager, let's break it down into 2 different things. Why is customer service so important for obviously buyers and sellers?
Well, customer service is, for us, what makes people want to continue working with us,
Yes.
right? Because we're going to provide you every single thing we feel you're going to need throughout your transaction. And even after that, right? So, it doesn't stop once you purchase or sell your home, it continues onward. So for us, customer service really comes down to building relationships and then maintaining them and essentially doing whatever it is you need to make that process go smoothly for you.
So Sue, you help people for a living.
I try to, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
She
do
does.
you do a good job. I get a lot of phone calls. Your team's amazing. Sue, I love her. And we're just on the phone with one of our very favorite clients right now. And you're like, oh, I want to give her a hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love her.
So we always say, sorry, that you are not a bitch.
She's too nice
husband
sometimes,
might
I
say
say.
differently.
But you have that really kind, empathetic, helpful, like your mom.
Yes.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yeah, it came from your mom. My mom's wonderful too, and so is Jamie, but I don't have like the no aggression side.
Me neither.
But that's what makes you so good at your job.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your favorite thing about helping the customers, like the clients, the buyers and sellers?
I guess I would say just building that relationship with them and helping them in whatever I can. It's, everybody's they really are, our customers are great.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. They have, and they're going through a process that is difficult.
It's hard. And
So-
right. And sometimes it's harder than others.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you do, I have said many times in my career that we are responsible for families.
Yeah.
But the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
it's been a little
rough.
challenging. And I've never felt so really responsible for everything in their life. And that's overwhelming. So you help. So I called you one day. Actually, you texted me and said that you were going to be looking for a new job. And I was like,
Correct.
great. You want to meet for breakfast? Because it was during COVID.
It was.
And
the end of 2020.
I was we were completely drowning with helping people. And everyone will say to me, so why do you have this staff member? I'm like, well, if I see a weakness in our business, I'm going to try to fix that weakness. And our weakness was having the customer service at that 5-star experience that I wanted. So tell everybody, what are some of the things you do?
So I reach out and make sure weekly, bi-weekly, whether they need anything, if they're having any difficulties with their transactions.
CCOs.
Right.
Fire
CCOs,
inspections.
fire inspections, which are a lot of fun.
Yes. You deal with Norma.
Oh, Norma, our moving van.
Yeah, Norma, our moving
recently
van.
She's been very, very busy.
Gifts for clients.
She is so popular.
Yes,
I
she
could
is.
have 3 moving vans. I'm not buying another one. Jamie named the moving van Norma because she's a Nissan, so we had to name her, and it had to
Yep.
be a female. Sorry,
Had to be an N.
Had to be an N. But you do all that.
Yeah, gifts for clients and
Reviews.
Yes, reviews, their Google and Zillow
Yeah,
reviews.
which is very important. That's something I'm kind of obsessed with, is getting those 5-star reviews back into the business.
Exactly.
She also helps organize, like, anytime we have any type of client event.
Yes.
So, like we just recently had
Team
our
events,
seminars.
client events, yeah.
And she helps for all the setup and getting all that stuff ready too. So I feel like a lot around like event based as well.
I mean, we joke around that, I'm a mom of the group. I think you're the mom of the group too, which is so
do
wonderful.
like to take care of our agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And our staff.
You sounded just like your mother. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. Same mannerisms. So what do you love about helping the agents? Like yesterday, you went and had to let someone just open the door for
they're
a sewer scope.
very busy. So
Yeah.
if there's something that I can do to help them out, helping Jamie out with different projects,
Yeah.
if she needs me to.
Yeah.
And but helping the agents to, if they can't do something, help them with their clients.
Yeah.
And I get to know the clients. I like that because when I reach out to them,
They know who Sue is.
right, then I
Yes.
know who they are and they know who I am.
Yeah, and you help with so for example, if someone wants, like yesterday, my clients wanted to leave a refrigerator in the garage. You called to make sure it was okay, that they left the refrigerator for free.
Correct.
Sometimes we'll get a list of 20
Furniture.
items, furniture, which, a lot of agents don't have that capability to manage the whole entire transaction. And that's something that you really help us with a lot and bring it to the table.
Thank you.
So what's your least favorite thing about your job?
These podcasts.
That's funny. All right. We'll just go with that.
Sue's not a camera person.
Yes, yeah. So you'll get used to it next time you do another podcast.
Okay, great.
She's like, can't wait to be on it again.
Yes, that's so great. So, Jamie, why do you think, what do you think is one of the best things in customer service we do?
That's hard. I feel like we do a lot. I do think a lot of the events we do are really good, like hosting those seminars, because I feel like there's such a need for it. There's so many buyers and sellers out there. And of course, like our job as agents is always to educate our clients and make sure that they understand, what the process is going to be like for them, what's going on in the local market and all of that. And I feel like those seminars are a really good way to do it. And a lot of times people show up that maybe aren't even ready right now, but they're thinking about it. And it's like, it makes them feel less pressure to think like, oh, I can find out what my next steps will be when I'm ready versus like maybe a one-on-one conversation. So I feel like those are a really good tool for our clients, a good way to connect with people and just help them learn and really understand and educate them on the real estate process.
Well, there's an expression, you have to be the knowledge broker.
Yes.
All right, because it's really overwhelming to buy and sell a home. And if you do not feel that someone's taking the time to explain to you what that process is, I can't even tell you how many, sometimes I feel like a broken record with things, but it's your job to share the strategies, the options that buyers and sellers have, and also give them the guidance in the best, honest, professional way. That's what your job is.
Yep.
And, people, as George Peters always says, people are not buying or selling a pack of gum. I mean, it's
That's for sure.
huge investment. You've bought and sold a few houses with KPG.
Quite a few.
Yeah. Was it upsetting? Was it stressful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely went through some stressful times.
But it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I said to my dad when I bought my last house, I can sell anybody a house in the goddamn state of New Jersey but myself. I mean, I was freaking out because we couldn't find a house. I needed a house. I think I sold like 20 houses by the time I sold one to us. And it wasn't that I was being that picky. It was just finding the right house for your family.
It's the biggest purchase you'll ever make.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I bought my first house since I've worked here and I'm a licensed agent myself. And
did you cry?
gosh, I cried a lot.
You did
so
cry a
much.
lot.
And I had a really unique circumstance, honestly, where I kind of had a choice of houses, really what it came down to, which is not typical right now. So I actually had to decide, okay, like which house is the right house for me. And it was such a hard decision to make, even knowing everything I know and seeing so many houses. Like, I still struggle to make that choice. And then, you know, getting from that step forward to closing, even knowing everything about the process, it was still stressful, you know.
Well, because you were looking at a 1-bedroom in a decent location.
Yeah, 1-bedroom condo.
But the affordability was better.
Much better.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Of
The
course.
other
1 bedroom
option
versus 2.
was a 2-bedroom.
Yep.
Great location, needed work.
So much work.
So much work. And then you had the birds in the attic, which we'll talk about that another day because that was not fun.
That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole other podcast. But just making sure that you had, like, you were making the best financial decision, and also like location, but also work.
Yeah. And I was buying, you know, by myself.
Yep.
So I had to make the choice by myself. And it's just, you know, it's a huge decision, and it is a stressful process, even for us as agents, you know, when we're on that side. So,
because we're super controlling.
Well, yeah, I'm not controlling at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
So controlling, trust me, it's a problem. Do you remember this stat? And obviously, we kind of do wing this, which is probably not a good idea. What's the percentage? Oh, Google Josh. What's a percentage of female single women that purchase a house in the United States?
A lot now.
A lot. And to me, that is so exciting. I am banging on the
say?
table. No, it's more than that, isn't it? We're pausing. 19? That's it?
I think it was in the 30s.
I thought it was.
Single men are 10%.
Oh, okay. See? Sue, I mentioned to you or to them that we've been friends for a very long time because of kids.
Yes.
Yes. So I was looking around at some friendship quotes, and today's is, good friends are like stars, and you don't always see them, but you always know they're there, which I thought was so great. The three of us are obsessed with Friends.
Absolutely.
I think that's really what it comes down to. I always kind of feel bad for certain people that when they're like, oh, I really don't have a lot of friends, or I actually feel bad for some guys that they don't have close guy friends. So we'll start with Jamie. So why do you think friendship is so important with women?
Well, I'm actually a person, I would say I don't have a ton of friends, but I have a couple of really close friends.
Yeah.
Like my circle's fairly small, but I stay really, really close to those friends. And for me, honestly, like, I enjoy having people to go out and do fun things with, but also, like, you know, there's someone that you can call and vent to when you've had a hard day, or like, hey, let's grab a drink. It's been a rough week. So I feel like it's the support system.
Yeah, it's a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
Nobody understands you better than your girlfriends.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
And my friends, you know, they know my weird personality, and they love me for
I
it.
was just saying, they're still friends with you, so it's all good. So I also Googled, and there's 5 different values of friendship. Trust, equality, which I thought was kind of weird, compassion, honesty, and independence. So
Interesting.
the independence, what does that mean? No one has a thought?
I mean, maybe them respecting your independence.
Well, we're all independent of one another, but I think your friends just value who you are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't know.
Somebody said to me once that they never wanted to have a friend that they relied on as much as their partner. And I thought, I really don't agree with that.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I adore my husband. You adore your husband.
Absolutely.
You adore your, partner. But I think it's very sad that someone would not want to have that obsession of a friendship, I guess. Because they make such a difference in your lives.
Well, I even feel like, men and women have different perspectives on things and the way they think and process things. So sometimes it's good to get, if you have something going on, to get like a point of view from
Can I run this by you? Am I losing my mind?
Man,
Yes.
Absolutely.
sometimes you need that. So
And sometimes the man, is not going to understand your feelings.
yes.
And
Same
may
way.
help you come to a different wording to express your feelings.
Yes.
Completely agree.
And
with
also too, raising kids, it's, you have a big family. There's a lot of dynamics that go into it.
Yeah.
And sometimes our thoughts are not all that reasonable,
That's for sure.
which sounds terrible to say. You know what I'm saying?
We have our moments.
Yeah.
We can tell a girlfriend something that our husbands would be like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why do you even think that way? Today, it was so funny. I said to George, why are you up so early? He goes, I have to go for blood work, just routine. And I thought like this, oh, that's on Hamburg Turnpike. That's not that far. And he goes, it's in Clifton. I was like, oh, gosh, that's so far. He goes, why are you saying it so dramatically? Because I guess I did. And I said, oh, because I already saw you driving up Hamburg Turnpike. And he goes, that quick? And I was like, yeah, I said, that's how we think. Like, we are thinking.
Yeah, you're thinking
He's
where they're
just
going, what they're doing.
Yeah, and they just don't think the same way we do.
Absolutely.
So, Sue, quick story, kind of complicated. So I knew you because of our daughters and sports and
They were dancing at the time.
Yeah,
Our boys were playing.
Gloria Francis.
Gloria Francis.
Many, many hours at Gloria's studio on Hamburg Turnpike.
Absolutely.
But then I ran into, Madison will be 28. So 25 years ago,
Yes.
we were friends. And I ran into you at the grocery store with your mom.
That's correct.
And it was the grocery store in Pompton Plains. I'll never forget. Madison
A&P
was
at
in
the
a
time.
car. A&P. Madison was in a cart, the whole thing. And I said to your mom, you look so familiar. Like, how do I know you? So you were getting a little aggravated with us because
Slightly
it was
annoyed.
about 25 minutes of us trying to figure it out. And
many aisles.
Oh, wait. Your mother lived at the time. No, she lived here.
She lived here at the time. They had moved back probably 4 years
Okay,
prior.
so she used to live,
In
which we didn't know,
Endicott, New
in
York.
Endicott, New York, where I was born and raised, where I was a hairdresser. So after 25 minutes, Sue's like, I'm out of here. You guys can continue talking because your mother is such a delight. But I'm leaving, both of you, because I'm bored. So we both kind of went away, and then we both went, oh my God, sensational. Because I cut your mother, your father, and your
my-
brother's
yep,
hair
absolutely.
way upstate New York.
That's true.
So that's called a small world.
Very small.
Yeah. And your parents remind me so much of my parents. And that's another thing I love. So I think one of the best things about you is your family values too. No, you don't cry because you're such a sap.
I am a sap.
I said to you the other day, and I wanted to kind of explain it because I thought about it last night. Remember when I said to you a couple weeks ago, like, I'm really jealous of your family dinners? Do you remember when I said that?
Yes.
And I felt bad when I said the word jealous because it made me sound like a nut. But I'm envious of them because your whole, like, a lot of your family is in town.
Everybody's still here,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And your mother used to always have family dinner on Sunday nights.
Correct.
And now you've taken on the tradition most of the
yeah.
time. And, you know, my son doesn't live in state. My daughter, it's like her only day off with her husband. And my parents are 3 hours away. So it's not like you guys are all within 10
I'm very
minutes of
blessed.
each other. Yeah. So, no, you're very blessed, but you carry on that tradition, which is important to you. So you're lucky, but you also, a lot of people would never take the time to do what you do. So ever.
I enjoy it.
Of course.
Enjoy my family, enjoy cooking.
Well, I was talking about going to the lake and how I feel like it's a diner, but there's nothing better than
than-
cooking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just making
And,
everybody happy.
Yeah, trying different things. And this one doesn't eat that. That one doesn't want that. Why aren't you making that, Mom? Right?
Exactly.
So Sue does a
4 different
buffet.
meals.
Yeah, 4 different meals all the time. And Jamie, you talked about like you are a friend, like you love your friends, going out, wineries, hanging out for dinner.
I'm envious of the Sunday dinners though too because we used to do them with my family.
Yeah.
My family lives all over the place now. I've got family in California, family in Florida, family in New York. I'm actually the last one in my immediate family left in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I miss those.
You can come anytime.
Great. I'm going to
Amy.
come to Sue's for dinner.
Oh my gosh.
I miss
Nanny
those
and
dinners.
Pops.
That's it.
You know, it is a nice tradition.
It is. It's so wonderful. Now, do you think your kids will carry it on?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Katie, maybe, possibly. I only have the one daughter, as
Yeah.
you know. I don't see the boys doing it, but
You
who
never know,
knows?
though.
I know. You don't.
They may marry a girl that loves it just as much as you do.
True.
It comes down
That
to...
would be the key.
Yeah.
Yes.
It comes down to reality. Like mine's reality. Like I cannot do that. You know, how?
Right.
You know,
Because you don't have everybody here.
I don't have everybody here. So
Katie doesn't think she has the room to do it.
see, I
don't care.
I disagree.
That doesn't bother me.
No, first of all, that is a little stressful as hosting. But I also think that is people don't care. There's people that have
No, they just wanna be
remarkable
together.
families. I mean, look around the world how people live in much smaller homes, and look at pictures back in the old days. There was no such thing as a Center Hall Colonial in
That's-
I mean, I hosted, well, first of all, I've hosted the entire team
Yes.
at my 2-bedroom condo for a party. And I also hosted Thanksgiving at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So-
I think she gets stressed over.
Yeah.
Well, Madison, my daughter says that she's never going to use China in her life. And every time I come to her house, it's only going to be paper plates and throwaway silverware because she's not doing dishes like we do dishes.
There's a dishwasher for that.
Yeah,
That's my mentality. Is
husband.
that just, if it's dishwasher safe, I'm good with it.
Yeah,
Put it in there.
I want things, I like, make it pretty and have fun with it. And that's
Absolutely.
what I enjoy. Now, if she wants to give me paper plates, that's fantastic. I'll be at
Exactly,
your
as
house
long as
tomorrow.
You want to know the wild thing about, you just said the word China and it made me think of it. So I have my little tiny condo.
Your condo's not little tiny.
Well, it's not huge though, right? Like it's a
No,
condo. I
it's
don't have a ton of
fantastic.
storage,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
So,
true. Your
so
storage sucks.
in my mom's attic at her house, I have like 3 bins of China that my great aunt gave to me that I love. And I'm basically holding on to them until I have a place that's large enough that I can get
And use
some
it.
type of cabinetry for it because I want to be able to use it. And my mom's like, really? Are you sure you want to keep this China? And I'm like, I really want the China, Mom.
Yeah, I have a whole half a basement right now full of wedding stuff. As we talked about this morning, you're going to have tons of baby
I'm starting
stuff.
to get tons of baby stuff in the house.
Yeah. So for showers and all these fun life
Absolutely.
things. So I really did enjoy talking to both of you about life, real estate, and also friendship. So we'll see you next time on Real Talk. Take care.